Orlando Realtors, and let me be the first to tell you Happy New Year. And welcome to the first ever edition of Orlando Realtor Matters. My name's Cliff Long, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. And with me today, I have a very special person in the person none other than...
Hi, I'm Reese Stewart. I'm your 2020 president of the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, and I'm honored to be sitting next to Cliff here on our inaugural program of Orlando Realtor Matters.
So I am honored to be sitting here with the big dog today, the man himself. There is no myth because he's real. And on Orlando Realtor Matters, we want to come to you every month and talk to you about what matters to realtors. A lot of things happen in our community, and in a community with over 16,000 realtors, you can never put your finger on the pulse of everything that's going on. So we know we won't hit every talking point about everything, but what we want to do is talk to you about some things each month that will actually affect your business and the community around you. So first up this year, we want to talk to you about Florida realtors and the upcoming elections.
And we're coming to you live today from the meetings. First thing we want to talk about is our very own Mike McGraw. He's running for vice president candidacy for Florida Realtors. And Cliff, would you mind telling them what process Mike's going to be taking to get to the ultimate goal of being president of Florida Realtors?
Absolutely. So about 2 years ago, Mike stepped up and took on the challenge of becoming secretary of Florida Realtors. He was the first actual secretary that came from the Orlando Association in many years. So Mike actually campaigned all around the state of Florida and ran a statewide campaign, and out of about 4 candidates that year, the board of directors for Florida Realtors chose him. It was an incredible honor and privilege, and so Mike became our secretary. The following year, Mike stepped up one more time and decided that he was going to run for treasurer. I was very happy to see last year that the members of Florida and the Florida Realtors all around the state, they decided that Mike had done such a good job being secretary. He actually ran unopposed in his bid to be treasurer, and I'm happy to announce in his year, Florida Realtors had a great audit. They grew in membership, and there were no issues with our finances that year because they were under the watchful eye of Treasurer McGraw. But now Mike's seeking to go just a little bit further, a little bit higher up the ladder, and he's seeking to be the vice president. And here this week, Mike is going to announce his candidacy for vice president of the 181,000 member Florida Realtors. We're extremely excited about that, but Reese knows a little bit about that himself. Reese, tell them a little bit about the time you served on the board, all the way up to what got you here right now to be president of ORRA.
Well, I've served on the board on 3 different occasions, starting as a director. Then I was secretary, then I moved up to treasurer, president-elect, and which ultimately got me here today as your 2020 president. I'm passionate about our association. I'm everything ORRA. So as far as what we can offer you, when I say we, us as a whole, this is our association. We're a realtor family. I'm honored and humbled to be your 2020 president.
Well, Reese, I'm honored to have you sitting next to me, Mr. President. Realtors out there, you really don't understand sometimes the sacrifice that it takes. By the time someone actually ascends to the role of being president of the association, quite honestly, thousands of man-hours have been volunteered and given to the association.
Amen.
And if you could put it into dollars, there wouldn't be dues dollars enough if you spread that out across all the boards of directors and all of the leadership. So when you do see the ORRA leadership, whether it's our member at large on the executive committee, Juliana Baselli-Naves, or if it's our secretary, Lisa Hill, or if it's our treasurer, Tansy Soderstrom, or if it's our president-elect, Natalie Aerosmith, or if it's President Reese, thank them, shake their hands for everything that they've done, because if you put it into dollars, we couldn't afford to have them at ORRA. So to be in this position today is a great thing.
Cliff, can I add a couple of things to that?
Absolutely, Mr. President.
One thing that I ask of each member that watches this, each member that sees this, that's interested in leadership, interested in serving on the board of directors, feel free to reach out to any director, any officer, no matter what. One thing you have to realize, we're realtors just like you, all right? We're out there, we're doing the, we're doing real estate in the community with you, so we're here for you. I was always taught, always always find the person that's going to replace you and help them do that, because hopefully the person above you is going to train you how to do their job. And I've always lived by that since I've been on the board of directors. Always looking out for people that I think that will serve our family well. So reach out and talk to any of us, and we'd be more than happy to show you the succession path if that's what you want to do.
Well put, Mr. President. We do have one brand new benefit that we want to talk to you about this month, and this is IMLS. Now, membership in IMLS is free. As you know, 15% of the people who live in Orlando were actually born in the U.S., and we are the new global city in the U.S. So what better way to help you and offer a benefit to you at ORRA than to allow your listings to be seen all around the world? So with your IMLS membership, you can create your profile, and your listings will appear on IDX global searches. Yes, that's Spain, London, France, all over the world. You can allow people to see your listings. And because you're an ORRA member, you'll get a 20% discount on the upgrade packages. If you want to learn more, go to the website at ORRA and get started now.
And that website is OrlandoRealtors.org.
Right. Now, one more thing that we're doing, and we're happy to announce, oftentimes when going through the grievance and professional standards processes, it takes a long time. We have a new citation policy at ORRA that's going to allow us to fast track instances where there's been violations with regards to transactions, listings, things with the code of ethics. So you want to pay attention to that, and you'll have the option to pay citations for certain code of ethics violations instead of having to go through the long hearing process. Sometimes you do things, you understand what you did wrong, you don't want it to take a 6 month process, you just want to get on to that next listing, that next client that you're trying to serve. Well, this is going to help us fast track that. It's our new citation policy. We're extremely excited to have that at ORRA. Once again, where can it go to learn more, Reese?
OrlandoRealtors.org. And keep in mind, everybody, code of ethics is the center stone for us being realtors. We all agreed to uphold the code of ethics when we became realtors. Now, mistakes happen. Don't look at the citation program.
Right.
Mistakes happen. This is just something that if it falls within one of them articles, that it'll just streamline the process for you. It doesn't mean that if you disagree with it, then you will, you can disagree and go to a formal hearing. But mistakes happen, and we understand it. So we think the citation program will kind of streamline and help everybody out in the long run.
Yes. So, Reese, really quick, as we're getting ready to close out this show, we've only got a moment or two left. Hit them with a market update and talk about the numbers.
Well, year-end numbers for 2019, sales were up 2%. And median price went up 4%. Now, inventory, we all know we're in a tight inventory market, especially below that $300,000 mark. Inventory went up immediately 1%. Now, when we're in that $750,000 and above thing, then we're tipping the needle over to that buyer's market. But right now, inventory is the thing, and of course, with the lower inventory in the $300,000, we have to watch that because we need to work on affordability, housing affordability, especially in the lower price ranges. There's one thing I want to go ahead and let everybody look ahead. March. If your license are renewing in March, take a look at myfloridalicense.com. Check out your CE credits. Make sure you got them. If you need CE credit, come down to the association. Check out the classes we have. Don't forget it. When you're in that renewal cycle, you have to have 14 hours continuing education. And that 14 hours broken down this way. You have to have 3 hours of core law, 3 hours of ethics and business, and also 8 hours of specialty credit. One thing about your ethics and business, if you're taking your National Association of Realtors triennial NAR credits, then what we've done for you here at ORRA, we have actually under the 3 hours CO Code of Ethics for NAR requirement, we do have it approved for your 3 hours ethics for the state of Florida. So you can kill two birds with one stone with that by taking your NAR triennial requirement at the association, and let us go ahead and submit it to the state for your 3 hours ethics for your real estate license.
As we move forward, I am happy to announce that you want to be on the lookout. This year's Awards and Recognition Banquet, February 19th at Mango's Tropical Cafe. We're going to have fun. We're going to give out the Realtor of the Year Awards. We're going to give out our Honor Society Awards. We're going to give out the Good Neighbor Awards. You don't want to miss it. You've been to Mango's. You know it's going to be fun. There's 2 floors. We're going to pack the place out. It's all about realtors and awards, and we want you there. On the calendar, we got a couple of Spanish classes coming up. You want to check the website to find out. We're going to have the ins and outs of contracts on February the 11th, and that's just one of 6 classes, 6 different classes that we're going to offer in Spanish in 2020, if not more.
Cliff, we got one more special thing to talk about.
What's that, Reese?
We've outgrown our house.
Yes, we have. Unfortunately, or fortunately, 15 years ago when we moved into our building, we had less than 8,000 members. Today, the Orlando Regional Realtor Association stands 16,500 members strong, and it became time for us to find a new location, a new home for our members. I'm very proud to announce that your board of directors and leadership has found a new home for our association. Just down the street off of Lee Road, we've purchased the old Strayer University campus, over 100,000 square feet right now of space, and that location will be the new headquarters of the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. As it stands right now, we are going through the process of selecting an architect and looking at a general contractor. The process will take a while because we're going to take our time and create a location befitting of you and the hard-earned dues dollars that you give the association. We're extremely proud of this opportunity and this feat. And Reese, I want to thank you for your leadership in putting together the committees and task forces necessary to lead our realtors forward. So as we get ready to close out this first ever edition of our show, we want to thank you for continuing to be realtors of the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. And if you're not one of our realtors, we'd love to have you become a part. Go to the website, give us a call, give Reese a call. This has been your monthly update. Have a great 2020.
Thanks for all y'all do.